Hey everyone, so today I'm just going to show my process in learning how to use paint and watercolors. I found a reference picture online. This is from Breath of the Wild. It's a location near Kakariko Village, I believe. It was on a blog, so I'm trying to learn how to draw better. I have the sketchbook, supposedly it's for watercolor and mixed media, and I'm just doodling everything out. And I have several paints around me, but they're not in view. And honestly, I have no idea how to paint landscapes at all. I've watched some people paint online, but that's specifically on canvas, so I am just learning as I go. I have my tablet on the other side with people painting random things, and it never looks like how I want it. I started painting before I had my issues with my silhouette. So this painting I did over 2 or 3 days. I let it dry since it took forever to do, and I'm still learning how to shade specifically. I was a little nervous to be out of the line, so I started with super light colors and then I slowly started getting darker. But all the videos I have here are multiple hours time-lapsed, and then I fast-forwarded it over 5 to 10 times because I paint really slow. I used to draw when I was younger, and I stopped doing it once I got into college, and that is only one of the regrets I have, is giving up art. I used to do anime in ink, markers, color pencil, pen, and I would draw things online as practice. I still have those. They're not paintings, they're all pencil and pen and whatever else on just printer paper is what I would draw, and I tended to save a bunch of that. And I actually have it in a box now, and I look back and I'm like, wow, I would just look at some anime images online and practice. Basically, I wouldn't copy, but it was an exact reference, and I would try to mimic the art style from manga and other things like that and try to practice in that way. I never sold anything. I never showed anyone besides close friends like the artwork I did, because they were imitations of anime characters and stuff, but it was a good way for me to practice. And back then I tried to do animals, but it was difficult. I used to draw horses and dragons when I was in elementary school, and that was really fun, and I would color a lot. And then I stopped once I was going to college, and then I got into poetry because I was constantly on Quizilla, if anyone remembers that, and then Wattpad before they had ads, when it used to be free, and there was fan fiction everywhere. I read a bunch of poetry. I don't even know if the creators are still on Wattpad, but yeah. And eventually I got my first poetry book a few years ago, and I was writing poetry handwritten, and then I posted some on Wattpad years ago, and then I eventually wrote a book. But yeah, I'm trying to do other hobbies and get back into being artistic. It's something that I've neglected, especially reading too. I've gotten back into reading. I would just read, math books, whatever you need to read for college. And then I wouldn't read anything else because I was just tired, so I would watch YouTube and, play video games. Didn't do artsy stuff anymore. But anyways, I got these little tiny, I forgot what they're called. They're not notebooks, but this is black paper. This is the first time I've ever painted on black paper. I used some glitter watercolor beforehand, and then I did the gouache, and I have no idea how to paint with gouache. I am learning here, painting on this, seeing how it blends. It is not the same as watercolor. I started with very light amount of it, and then I just had water on the tip of the paintbrush, and then I was like, oh, this doesn't really blend like watercolor. It's kind of staying there, and it looks very different. Maybe I shouldn't mix watercolor and gouache because I don't know what I'm doing. But then I thought that's fine. I got these little mini watercolor pads so I can learn, and I'm trying to learn not to be a perfectionist because I tend to get mad if something doesn't look how I want it, because I know I can make it how I want it, but that was over 10 years ago. I have to relearn how to draw, especially on an iPad. It's so much different compared to holding a pencil, and I'm just fighting for my life. Anytime I try to do artwork, I get super annoyed and it sucks. And then I tried to do bookmarks. I have a digital bookmark I made, and that's all right. I messed up cutting those, so I need to redo it and find a different paper and figure out my silhouette problems, which I'm mad about. But anyways, yeah, doing these bookmarks on this paper, do not get the Amazon Basics like watercolor notebook pad thing I have. It is terrible. It shrivels up, the water doesn't blend with the colors, and I thought it was me that was a terrible painter, but then I painted on higher quality, thicker paper, and it was a massive difference. And I also did some research on TikTok, Google, and I was like, okay, difference between like fancy watercolor paper and cheap, and there's a massive difference. I literally have the lowest budget one you can get, and it's not even worth the money. You can get something at Michael's for better quality. I think it's Strathmore and other things. I probably should have gotten that. I'm probably only gonna maybe use markers on this big Amazon Basics one, or stick to colored pencils or something else, because it warps so much. And it was so frustrating for me because I was like, okay, I've painted other stuff and it looks cool, and I'm trying to do bookmarks on this just to test it out. Obviously not going to sell the bookmarks or anything. I'm just trying to blend things and make it look cool, and no, it's not cool. It just looked like a watery mess. And here I'm already getting really frustrated because I've been having issues with my silhouette trying to print stickers. The little red light it has to read the the little lines when you print have been so irritating for me. So I'm like, okay, maybe I have to hand cut stuff. I do have a mini paper cutter. It's not that great because the current paper that I have to print bookmarks on is very high quality paper, and I have this Cricut paper cutter that is for very thin paper, so it won't cut it perfectly. And I'm like, oh, I might need like an actual strong paper cutter to do that. And I tried to cut it with scissors, but it was all crooked, and I was like, nope, I need something perfect to make bookmarks. And here I am trying to repaint this little orange because it's more gold than orange, and I'm figuring out how to blend with this and seeing how quick it dries. It's very interesting painting with this because I am learning as I go. I like to watch a lot of YouTubers show how they paint, or just how they're learning, whether it's perfect or not. And I thought, okay, I think I'm just going to record myself doing this. But anyways, time to silhouette. I have this craft sticker paper from Online Labels, and as you can tell, it cut here. It's also misaligned, so I stopped it. Then it couldn't read registration marks. I looked up online, it says to Sharpie it. I did that. Still can't read it. So only read it once, and it was misaligned. I've looked up everything online, and the silhouette has been giving me a hard time. I've cut bookmarks once and it was right, and stickers once and it was okay. But I had to flip this way because I had it the other way and it wouldn't read the marks. I have the light so it could read it, and everything just comes out back and forth. But I spent over 4 hours yesterday trying to get a cut, and it didn't work out. I'm trying to do it again, but I'm only doing the pixel toast things to see if it reads the marks or not. All the lights are turned on, and I hope it's not misaligned again. Sticker paper is in. I've already tried to register it 3 times and it's not reading it. Going to have to realign this again and see what works. I even put the tape over it because someone recommended it online, and it's still not reading the marks. I'm thinking because the silhouette messed up and literally has been cutting everything here, I've aligned it multiple ways and even held it up. People recommend, but as you can see, I've only used the sheet a few times, matte whatever, and it's completely messed up. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to cut anything today, because this is causing it to get stuck when I'm aligning, or then the thing tilts completely. So much for making stickers. I'm gonna have to probably get a mat and wait for that to ship and see if that fixes the issue. I have a ring light, but maybe I'm just gonna have to put a flashlight or have my phone shining on the blade. But this is another hour wasted, another sticker sheet wasted. I really wanted to get stuff cut. I might just have to focus on other stuff. I wanted to do some art prints, poetry prints. I guess the stickers will wait, or I'll see if I could just hand cut stickers or something. But yeah.
Okay, so after I filmed that video with the silhouette stuff, I was so mad because that thing would not read the registration marks. I ended up going crazy and trying out other stuff, and I ordered another mat because I gave up on the one where the square was cut out. It would roll on the machine and completely make the mat crooked, so then it wouldn't cut correctly. And I was on Reddit, I was on YouTube, I was everywhere. I made sure that I put it in like the silhouette YouTube says, and it still did not work. I had a ring light in front of it. I put my phone flash, I did everything, and it would not read it. I'm not sure if the sticker paper is too bright, but I used craft paper. I don't know if that's too thick for it. Like, nothing is making sense. So recently I decided that I'm going to do some pixel stickers. I got a manufacturer, I ordered them. I think they'll be here in a few weeks, and I'm hoping that they come out how I like. And I decided to work more on my poetry stuff. So I have one print that I finally got ready. There was some issues with the borders, but I figured it out. I have one poetry print ready. I need to do the second one, print it, make sure the quality is good, and get that ready. I still need to set up an Etsy shop, and I still need to what was I saying? I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Oh, and I have my Squarespace, so I need to do that. Then I need to figure out pricing when it comes to if I include free shipping or not. I think my prices will be higher if I include free shipping, so I plan on doing that. And at the time, it's November. I'm just keeping track of my time when it comes to painting and doing my little small business things. I want to have like this diary so I can look back, I don't know, 10 years from now on YouTube and wherever else I have my videos saved and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was doing this. I'm happy I filmed this. I'm usually just thinking of treating my YouTube kind of like a life diary, because I haven't been taking much pictures or videos of anything I'm doing besides food, and I want to have a digital diary. I think it'd just be nice and be like, oh, look at this, look at that. But anyways, I'm looking forward to seeing my stickers. I'll probably do another video when they come, unboxing, and I'm going to do another one setting up my poetry prints and putting them in little envelopes and then opening shop. But yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'm just trying to learn different ways to film and figure things out. I usually just film on my phone or have like a little tripod thingy on the counter to film. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing more artistic things or trying to make it look like a film, but I need to figure out angles and lighting. That's like the difficult thing, because there's not that much space for me to paint or do certain things. But yeah, anyways, thanks so much. Bye.